Anything in the middle? That's about right. Good evening, everybody. I think I'm live. I'm not quite sure. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Nick's Sunday night quiz. Hope everybody is all right and that you can all hear me loud and clear. Let's just hope that's the case. About an hour ago, I had Lisa Lasky join us from the USA asking where was everybody and why weren't we taking part in the quiz tonight? And then, of course, it appeared that our clocks have gone back and it basically meant that Lisa couldn't take part, so she's going to join us anyway. I hope anyway, so unless it's dinner time there now and they're all enjoying their Sunday lunch, but never mind. Abel Plant has just said hello. Hello, Abel. How are you? All right. And Chris has just said good evening to Nick and Lydia. Evening, Chris. Hope all is well with you. We didn't see you last night. Shame, because we enjoyed a beer or two. Do feel free, by the way, during the evening to hit the like button if you're liking the video, or the not so liking button if you're not liking it. And do feel free and make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. We're getting quite a few subscriptions over the last week or two, which is good. If I can get past 1,000, I'm sure we'll really be on board then with something worth having. Right, let's see who else is joining us tonight. We've got Martin and Tina joined us. Good evening, Martin. I hope you are beginning to recover properly now from your period of COVID, so to speak, and that I don't know how long it's going to lay you low, but hopefully all is on the mend. And you and Tina being fit and active, you know, I'm sure you'll see it off straight away. Good evening to Jed and Tracy. They're checking in from Burton-on-Trent. So good evening, Jed. Good evening, Tracy. I hope all is well with you. As is Vanessa. So good evening, Vanessa. I hope all is well with you and ready to do battle again tonight. Sarah's just joined us from Worcester. So good evening, Russ and Sarah. Hope all is well with you. Have you got a team of more than 2 tonight? Are you a 4, perhaps? I'm sure you probably are. You'll have to let me know if you are. Lisa's just joined us again. Good evening. She says, back at the right time, forgot about the clocks. Well, that's not your fault, especially if they don't go back in the States until next week or whatever. But never mind. We've got Georgia and the Yorkers have joined us. Hope all is well with the Yorkers, and ready to battle again, Georgia. We get anything to keep everybody entertained. Anthony's just joined us. Anthony Ridgway says he's here. And Chris, I've been following Chris on Facebook. He's been often I don't know whether you're camping, Chris, or you've got a camper van. You'll have to let me know. But he's saying evening from windy Louth. Oh, well, fair enough, fair play. Well, it's gone. Is Louth in Lincolnshire? Yes, Lincolnshire, isn't it? That's right. So we are always for, says Sarah. Lisa says, yes, they go back next week in California. Well, that's fair enough. Squeaky Bob have just joined us. Hello from Neil and Tracy there. So good evening to you. Hope all is well with you. As Clive and Janet have joined us from Stockton. Good evening, Clive and Janet. I'm sure you'll do well as always tonight. And Andrew and Jane have joined us from Yellowtuff. So good evening to Andrew Lewis and Jane. Hope all is well with you. And certainly you haven't been meeting Tina and Neil, Tina and Martin, I hope, and catching anything horrible, but never mind. Chris has just reminded me, yes, he's in a motorhome. That's a great idea. Did you buy your own motorhome, Chris, or do you rent one? I don't know. My wife keeps going on about buying a motorhome, but I've got nowhere to park it, which is the problem, but never mind. Well, it's a good enough excuse for me anyway. Michelle's just saying, good evening, Nick, and everyone currently in Scarborough. Is everybody away this week or what? It's, I bet it's a bit wet and, is it windy in Scarborough tonight? I expect it is, North Coast, I don't know. Yeah, we were in Scarborough some months back, weren't we? And it was quite nice. We had a nice time in Scarborough. Clive and Janet from Stockton are saying hi all, and Chris says, could not camp in this wind and cold. Oh, great. Abel Plant's just saying, I'll do good if there's geography questions. Excellent. Well, there's bound to be 1 or 2 geography questions, I hope, for you throughout the quiz. So you'll have to wait and see. We've just had Don Quixote join us, and they're signing in tonight from Rugby and Clapham. Wow, Rugby and Clapham. What's happened to the Manchester contingent, Anthony? Or Ian, sorry. Are they joining us tonight, or is it Rugby and Clapham? That's fair enough. And Graham Gifford's just joined us. Good evening, Graham and Jane. I hope all is well with you two. Keeping well. I don't know whether you've been in touch with my brother Steve, see whether he's doing the quiz tonight, but Let's see whether you can beat him at least. Anyway, I'm sure you will. Chris Speaks says, what's that? We've had our own for 4 years, much better than dragging a tin tent behind a car. You are quite right, Chris. That sounds good to me. You'll have to let me know if you ever hire it out. But anyway, Ian's just joined us. So good evening, Ian. Hope all is well with you. I'm ready for one of your marvellous jokes tonight. You'll have to let me know what's coming up. Right then, let me just tell you the rounds tonight. Let's just pop through the first rounds tonight. 6 rounds of general trivia. We're starting off tonight. Obviously, as usual, it starts Sunday the 24th of October. Sunday, did I say 24th? It's the 25th today. Well, I put 5 down, I thought. Oh, yeah. I've entitled it Sunday the 24th. Thankfully, question number, whatever it is, a 5. So you're all right. Sunday the 25th of October, where we take the first letters of the word Sunday. The first 2 numbers, 2 and 5, and the 2 letters TH. So it's Sunday 25th, and they are the first letters and or numbers of the first 13 even answers. Round number 2 is a pyramid round, where your first letter or number is a single digit, followed by your second answer, which is 2 digit, and so on and so forth, until we get to the question number 10, where there will be 10 letters and or numbers. Round number 3 is a straightforward trivia trail, where we take the last letter of your first answer, and it's the first letter of your next answer, till we get to number 10, where the last letter of number 10, as always, is the first letter of number 1. Round number 4 is dead easy, all 6-letter answers. So every answer is just 6 letters long to help you out. Round number 5 tonight is a mystery letter round. Basically, all the answers start with the same letter. But in the mystery letter round, I don't tell you what the letter is. You have to try and work that out. So progressively, the questions get easier generally. Start off with a couple of stinkers, and then they get a bit easier. And hopefully, if you get the letters, you can then work out all the answers. And round number 6 tonight, which is always a bit of a test, it's just general trivia. 10 questions on general knowledge, which just test your amount of trivia you know. So we are now 7 minutes past the hour of 8. I'll just put that back up. And let's see who else has joined us in the meantime. So, Ian's just said, hi, Lydia. Michelle's just said, beautiful day today. Well, very busy. Sampled some cracking real ales and cider in North Riding Brew Pub. That's where we went, wasn't it, Ange? North Riding Brew Pub. Yeah, it's a bit scruffy from the outside, but a fantastic place, Michelle. Shame we're not there tonight enjoying some beers, but never mind. I expect they'll be closed in half an hour, but never mind. It did pour with rain when we were there. Big black clouds came up. Yes, I thought it was somebody setting fireworks off or something, didn't I? Oh, that's right. Yes, when we were, Michelle, when we were in the North Riding, for everybody that hasn't been there, is a cracking pub in Scarborough, and we were sat there, and there was these. I thought, well, I said to Angie, I said, these are barrels being rolled about because there was lots of rumbling and whatever. It turns out it was thunder and lightning outside, but never mind, kept us busy. Right, we've got Matthews joining us, so PRS are signing in now. There's a team to do some business. Normally there or thereabouts every Sunday. PRS have done remarkably well in virtually all the quizzes. So we've got Claire, Robin, and birthday boy Matthew. So birthday boy Matthew. Yes, I've forgotten it's Matthew's birthday, of course. So happy birthday to Matthew Blood. I'm sure all our other teams wish him a wonderful day. I hope you've had a great day. And hopefully you might be able to get a win tonight then, Matthew, to really make it worthwhile. But we'll see. Mick Roberts has just joined us from sunny Bilton. So Mick and Bev are now online, as are Pick and Mix. Good evening to Pick and Mix. Hope all is well with you. Julie Ashcroft's just joined us. She says hi, Nick and everyone, as is Jill Pugh's just joined us. So Steve and Jill have now just joined us from sunny Cambridge. Carrie Mitchell says, the Mitchells are here. My folks are in Minehead and I'm in, what's that, Chester? Oh, that's right. So, yes, yeah, that's why I was wondering what it was, but never mind. So, Carrie Mitchell says, Chester. The only Joe Gaber, the 20s have just joined us. Good evening, the 20s, as has Kevin Keenan and the Rotary Club of Rugby. What's that? Oh. I'm just playing happy birthday. Matthew, happy birthday. There we have it. That's Matthew's birthday treat. Well, there you go, Matthew. I hope you're in for your birthday treat later or whatever. No, right. Sorry, enough of that. Kevin Keenan and the Rugby Rotary Club have joined us. John O'Rourke and the Famous Five are here. So another great team. They're going to do battle as well as normal. Diane's here. Pinky and Perky are just saying hello. So evening, Pinky and Perky. Hope all is well with you. Harry and Julia in absentia. They're still in absentia. They are in Great Yarmouth. So Ian is with his bottle of Shiraz all on his own. Poor old Ian. Never mind, we've got Roy's saying Home Alone 6 are checking in from Dorset, Crick and Oakham. Fantastic. That sounds a fantastic team approach there. How many of you have got playing then, Roy? Is it just 6 of you? You've got more than 6 tonight. Not that it matters. Matthew, in his normal mention, has mentioned the power generation, which was a bit up and down today. Matthew started quite good at this morning until lunchtime. Then we got into the afternoon when suddenly big black clouds came over and it doesn't do it any good at all there. So Ian's just saying happy birthday, Matthew. Matthew's saying thanks. So yes, all things there. So if we've got any good jokes that we can talk about Matthew and his birthday, but never mind. We could guess how old he is, of course. Now I'd say about 60 personally, but what? No. 40 what? 45? 48. We're having a guess at 48. Somewhere around there, Matthew. What do you reckon? Anne Anderson's just joined us as well. So that's a good evening from Anne and Dave. Chris is saying, disappointingly, no good pubs in Mablethorpe, but really good pub in Louth. Excellent. Gaslighters with Fireplace. Fireplace Brewery. Halloween special in Fork in Hell. Oh, that sounds good. Fork in Hell. Oh, 44 or 5. So what is it, Matthew? Come on, is it 44 or is it 45? That's what we want to know. We're narrowing it down slowly but surely. Mike Yates has just joined us. So good evening, Mike. Hope all is well with you. Right, we've just got a few minutes to go before... Oh, it's 45. Nice round number. Yeah, that was Andrew's guess. Excellent. So have a great birthday anyway, Matthew. What sort of birthday cakes do ghosts prefer? Ice cream cakes. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's dreadful. Yes, quite enough of that. It's Halloween coming up anyway next week, isn't it? I'm actually doing a pub quiz next Saturday night. If anybody's interested in living rugby at the Alexander Tavern in the centre of town. It's going to be about a 7 o'clock start, I think, something like that. It's only going to last an hour or so. But if anybody's interested in doing an actual pub quiz with some proper social distancing, I'm going to be running a Halloween quiz. It's going to be nice and easy. Plenty of music, I think, which is a shame because I can't play it over the air, which is a bit of a blow. But there we go. YouTube won't allow me, but I can do it in the pub. Nobody's going to know about that. Right, quickly run through those rounds again for you. For those teams that have just joined us, we have round number 1 is entitled Sunday the 25th. Sunday the 25th. Round number 2 is entitled a Pyramid Round. Round number 3 is a Trivia Trail, which I'll explain when we get there. Round number 4 is all 6-letter answers. Round number 5 tonight is entitled a Mystery Letter Round. And finally, round number 6 tonight will be entitled a General Trivia Round. Right, we've just got a minute to go and then we'll get going with the quiz. Currently, we've got 66 concurrent users online, which is good, 67. We normally do up to about 70 on a Sunday night. Tonight, I'm going to test this. Birds and Bees is what it says. This is a marvellous beer from Lidl's. It was their beer festival, apparently. Lidl's beer festival this week. So we're going to test this one to see what it's like. Robin Miller's just saying, how do you fight off a ghost? Kick them in the ghoulies. Oh dear. What's Graham just said? I've accidentally swallowed a pack of cards, but I'll deal with it tomorrow. Oh dear God. Very good indeed. Do we need a book to book a table? I don't think so, Misha, but it might be worth just popping Rico a line on Facebook and just Yes, possibly. You can give me a call anyway. It doesn't matter. I'll sort it out. Right then, everybody. Let us get going. It is now 2015, according to my calculations, although my clock up there says 2014, but my computer's saying 2015. Oh, what's that, Charlie? Had a very nice Citra pale ale today. Angie's on Citra at the moment, Oakham's Citra, aren't you? It's excellent. You can't go wrong. I expect her better than that. Oh, dear, Roy. Okay, so we're into Halloween jokes. All right, Halloween jokes evening, so anything will go. Right, then, here we go. Round number one. Question number one, starting with the letter S, and a bit tricky to start you off. Question number one, with a name derived from an English abbreviation for southwestern townships. What is an area of southern Johannesburg? There you are, there's your first geography question of the evening. So with a name derived from an English abbreviation for southwestern townships, what is an area of southern Johannesburg? City I've never been to, but I'm sure I'd love to go there. We'll have to see. Just testing the birds and bees. Yes. Bit average, that one, but never mind. Bit average. Question number two, starting with the letter U. Oh, wait a minute, we've got a joke come in. What did the egotistical ghost say? If you've got it, haunt it. Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Question number two. What common name is given to electromagnetic radiation with a wavelength from 10 nanometers to 400 nanometers, shorter than that of visible light, but longer than X-rays? Starts with the letter U for Sunday. So with an answer starting with the letter U, which kind of gives it away a bit, what common name is given to electromagnetic radiation with a wavelength from 10 nanometers to 400 nanometers, shorter than that of visible light, but longer than X-rays? Question number three. Who is a fictional character created by Robert Bloch and is the main antagonist of the 1959 novel Psycho? Come on, I'm sure you know that. That's a two-word answer, starting with the letter N, as in Sunday, for anybody that's not done the quiz before. So question three again. Who is a fictional character created by Robert Bloch and is the main antagonist in his 1959 novel Psycho? Question number four, starting with the letter D. Well, there's anybody from around that part, actually, but we'll see. What is a market town and civil parish located in Bedfordshire? It is at the crossroads of the Icknield Way, which is claimed to be Britain's oldest road, and the Roman Watling Street, which we had in last week's quiz. So what is a market town and civil parish located in Bedfordshire? It is at the crossroads of Icknield Way, which is claimed to be Britain's oldest road, and the Roman Watling Street. I tried to write a book on hauntings, but had to hire a ghostwriter. Very good indeed. Question number five, music. Don't have many of these. What was the title of a song released by the Sex Pistols even in 1977? The title implies a state of disorder due to absence or non-recognition of authority. So starting with the letter A, what was the title of a song released by the Sex Pistols in 1977? The title implies a state of disorder due to absence or non-recognition of authority. It's actually I suppose a four-word answer, that maybe five-word. But it starts with the letter A. Right, question number six, starting with the letter Y. We've had this before, but in a different form. Question number six, what is a dice game originally made by Milton Bradley? The objective of the game is to score points by rolling 5 dice to make certain combinations. So one-word answer, starting with the letter Y. So what is a dice game originally made by Milton Bradley? The objective of the game is to score points by rolling 5 dice to make certain combinations. Right, we all keeping up, all right? Not going too fast, am I, Angel? No. Question number 7. Now, this starts with the number 2. This starts with the number 2. Although no longer used, the Quindaka is a currency unit of Albania equal to 1/100th of a lek. But what is the points value of the word Quindaka in the game of Scrabble? One for you to work out. Starts with a 2. So although no longer used, although no longer issued, the Quindaka is a currency unit of Albania equal to 1/100th of a lek. But what is the points value of the word Quindaka in the game of Scrabble? That's a bit of a sod to work out, isn't it? Never mind. Vowels are easy to remember. It's the others that I always struggle with. I'll let you try and work that one out. If you know your points values in Scrabble, it would help. Right then, question number 8. This starts with the number 5. I thought at the beginning of the quiz it was going to start with the number 4 because I got it wrong, but starts with the number 5 as in 25th. How many kilos would you weigh in the unlikely event that you were a mere 8 stone and 9 pound? So you need to be able to convert your pounds to kilos. So how many kilos would you weigh in the unlikely event you were a mere 8 stone, 9 pound? What's that? Ian says, why don't witches have babies? Their husbands have crystal balls. Oh dear God. Just probably stick them all in the cauldron, don't they? Dear God. Right, two awkward ones to work out there, I have to say, but never mind. I'm sure you've got somebody on the team that's good at maths or knows how to convert pounds into kilos or litres into stone or whatever. Right, question number 9, starting with the letter T. What is one of the new Monopoly tokens which were introduced in 2017? In real life, it was a large carnivore. Probably large is an understatement. Very large, I think. That's a 2-word answer. So what is one of the new Monopoly tokens which was introduced in 2017? In real life, it was a very large carnivore. It's a 2-word answer. I'm sure you'll be able to get that one with a bit of thought. Wish you might be able to. Stupid Monopoly token, really, but there you go. Chris Speak says, I tried to chat up a witch, but it failed. She gave me the brush off. Oh dear. No, I'm glad to see you're on form, Chris, anyway. That's good. Question number 10. With a name derived from the Greek for liver, what is a short blood vessel that supplies oxygenated blood to the liver, pylorus of the stomach, and the duodenum and pancreas? It's a 2-word answer, starting with the letter H, of course. This is for all you medical students. With a name derived from the Greek for liver, what is a short blood vessel that supplies oxygenated blood to the liver, pylorus of the stomach, duodenum, and pancreas? It does a lot of work, that, doesn't it, clearly? I don't think you couldn't do without that one, could you? Right then, everybody. That is the end of round number 1. So 10 straightforward general knowledge questions, well, with the exception of the 2 numbers, which were a bit tricky. And do remember, the first letters and or numbers should spell out Sunday the 25th. Sunday the 25th. Hooray, says Ian. The round's over. Good. Get on with the proper round now, can't we? Oh, dear God. Right, I've had 6 likes tonight. You can always put a dislike in if you really hate it, but never mind. Do feel free to put a few more likes on if you're liking the quiz. And the subscribe button should be bottom right-hand side. Do feel free to subscribe if you wish to. And the more people that subscribe to the channel, the better we get. Clive Shaw, do they have crystal balls so you can see them coming? Oh, dear God. Oh, nice to see Clive's taking part anyway. So good evening, Clive. Hope all is well with you. Right then, let's go through the answers to round number 1. Are we ready, or does everybody else need a bit more time? I don't know. Just let me know quickly in the chat column if anybody needs a bit more time. It may help, it may not do, of course. In the immortal words of one quiz master, we used to sit and do the quiz. You either know them or you don't. So we used to just get on. No hope of trying to work something out. Right then, here we go. With a name derived from the English abbreviation for South Western Townships. Of course, that area of southern Johannesburg is known as Soweto. Soweto. Well done if you got that. Number 2 is Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet. Number 3, the fictional character and the main antagonist in Psycho was Norman Bates. Norman Bates. Well done. If you got that. Number 4 of that market town in Bedfordshire, of course, is Dunstable. Not many start with the letter D, I suppose. Number 5, that the title of that song released by the Sex Pistols was called Anarchy in the UK. Anarchy in the UK. Number 6, the game I was after was Yahtzee, or Yahtzee. Number 7, although no longer issued, the Quindaka. Its points value in the game of Scrabble is 22. Well done if you work that out. 22 points. Number 8, obviously, how many kilos would you weigh in the unlikely event? Well, you would weigh 55 kilos. 55 kilos or thereabouts. I will perhaps give you half a mark if you get within 1 kilo either way with that. Question number 9. What is one of the new Monopoly tokens? Well, one of them, starting with the letter T, was a Tyrannosaurus Rex. God knows, stupid. A stupid token, really, but never mind. And finally, number 10 is the hepatic artery. The hepatic artery was what I was after. Chris has just sent us another joke, so here we go. I had a long-term relationship with a witch, but it was full on, and what's that? Tired me out. I needed a spell apart to recover. Oh dear. Oh dear, that's dreadful. Right, Steve Farland straight in with a 9. We've got the Yorkies in with a 7. Well done, Georgia and the Yorkies. Michelle with a 10. Mike Yates with a 9. Jill Hughes in with an 8. Squeaky Bob with a 10. And Julie Ashcroft in with a 10. Ian Miller with a 7. We got Pick a Mix with a 9. Home Alone 6 with a 9. We got Mike Roberts with a 10. Jed and Tracy are on a 7. Oh, where have we got to? Anthony Ridgway with a 10, split the difference with a 10. We've got Carrie Mitchell, well done on an 8. Don Quixote on a 9. Graham Gifford's on a 9. Sarah is on an 8. We've got Vanessa Hughes on a 7. Andrew Lewis is on 9. We've got the famous 5 on 10. Ian and his Shiraz is on 10. We've got Team USA UK on a 10. Martin Davis, a 10. Very good early score downhill from here, he's saying. Pinky and Perky are on 9. The Rugby Rotary Club are on 9. We've got Clive and Janet from Stockton on an 8. Anne Anderson's on an 8. We've got PRS on 9.5. Sorry. Eileen Williams is on a 7. Alex Brown's on an 8. We've got Chris Speak on 9. 9 from us here. Very well done, Chris. Not bad if you're sat in a camper van, I suppose, doing the quiz. You get a good signal in a camper van or what? I suppose you're parked up next to a mast somewhere, aren't you? But never mind. Right then, round number 2. Do feel free to put any more witch jokes on or something to do with Halloween if you fancy. Right then, a pyramid round. Round number 2 is a pyramid round. Your first answer is either 1 letter or 1 digit. Your second answer is 2 digits or 2 letters, or a combination of the 2. And as we get to number 10, obviously that's got 10 letters or 10 numbers in it. Right then, so you get the idea. So pretty straightforward. But all of you that are looking at the keyboard, as I am, what letter would you find to the far right of the middle row on a standard QWERTY keyboard? And I can see it here. So what letter would you find to the far right of the middle row on a standard QWERTY keyboard? And it's no good saying the number 6, because actually, I suppose, that is a number 6 on mine, but I'm after a number. Jill's saying Mum would have been proud of the artsy question. Yes, she would have known that, I'm sure. No, I'm after a letter on the keyboard. Well, on my keyboard, yes, there is a number at the end, but never mind. I'm after a letter. I'm just look at the letters, nothing else. Don't want to worry about function keys. Right, question number 2. Also known as Mount Goodwin-Austen, what mountain straddles the China-Pakistan border and stands at a height of 28,251 feet, apparently? It does seem to vary from year to year, depending on which satellite they're trying to use. So, also known as Mount Goodwin-Austen, what mountain straddles the China-Pakistan border and stands at a height of 28,251 feet? Of course, that's a 2-digit answer, or 2-letter answer, or a combination of the two, which makes it fairly straightforward. That was another geography question for you. Question number 3. This is a bit tricky. What type of insect are there apparently 254 species of in the British Isles? So what type of insect are there apparently 254 species of in the British Isles? And it's a singular answer I'm after. So if it was dragonflies, for instance, I want dragonfly. But do remember it's only 3 letters long. All the tweeners were in with an I. 20 is in with an I. Well done, only AJB. It was a bit late, but never mind. Well done, the 20s. Question number 4 is interesting. 4 letters or numbers, of course. In the world of Cockney rhyming slang, if you were just going off for a Steffi, what would you be off for? So in the world of Cockney rhyming slang, if you were just going off for a Steffi, what would you be going off for? It might be easier once you see the question written down. Then you can get the idea of what Steffi is. Right, question number 5, 5 letters. With the state capital of Austin, what is the second largest state in the United States by both area and population? So with the state capital of Austin, what is the second largest state in the United States by both area and population? And I expect Lisa Lasky lives in the one with the most population, don't you, Lisa? I don't know. I presume California is the highest populated. I don't know. Oh, goodness. I hope you've been boning up on your Roman roads. This is the 3rd one in 2 weeks. Never mind. Question number 6. The Fosse Way, which I went down only a few weeks ago, was a Roman road in England that linked which major city? Which was called Isca Dumnoniorum in southwest England to Lincoln in Lincolnshire. So the Fosse Way was a Roman road in England that linked which major city, which was called Isca Dumnoniorum in southwest England to Lincoln in Lincolnshire? Isca Dumnoniorum. Sounds a bit stupid, that. Isca Dumnoniorum. I think I'll spell that phonetically somewhere. Oh dear, never mind. Dumnuniorum. Yeah, quite. Now that should be a 6-letter answer. We're looking for a city in southwest of England with 6 letters. Question number 7. Albion, Countess, and White Gem are all 3 varieties of which biennial root vegetable? So Albion, Countess, and White Gem are 3 varieties of which biennial root vegetable? I had some today. Very nice. Although the variety I had was oldie. Right, question number 8. This has got to be 8 letters or numbers long. Question number 8, also known as black treacle. What is a viscous product resulting from the refining of sugarcane or sugar beets into sugar itself? Rum is traditionally made using this liquid. Sorry, Martin. Previous answer is a singular. A singular. Sorry, Martin. Yes, the vegetable I want, those varieties, I don't need a plural, I need a singular to give you a 7-letter answer. On question number 8 again, also known as black treacle, what is a viscous product resulting from refining sugarcane or sugar beets into sugar? Rum is traditionally made using this liquid. It is helpful if you know how to spell it, of course. That's an 8-letter answer. Question number 9. My son would know this because he deals with them. Not that many people would know that, but question number 9. Founded in 1884. What is a Swiss watchmaker based in Grenchen, Switzerland? It sponsors aeronautical endeavours, including the first circumnavigation of the globe by balloon. It was all over the news a few years back, but it's got to be 10, 15 years ago, I suppose now. Doesn't seem that long ago, but it must be. So founded in 1884. What is a Swiss watchmaker based in Grenchen, Switzerland? It sponsors aeronautical endeavours, including the first circumnavigation of the globe by balloon. That's a 9-letter answer. It's a tricky one. Question number 10. This is a 10-letter answer. A 10-letter answer. Formed as a trio in London in 1979, who are a British female pop group. Their success on both pop and dance charts has earned them a listing in the Guinness World Records as the all-female group with the most chart entries in the world. They must have released a lot of songs. So formed as a trio in London in 1979, who are a British female pop group. Their success on both pop and dance charts have earned them the listing in the Guinness World Records as the all-female group with the most chart entries in the world. It's a 10-letter, 1-word answer, which should help you somewhat. Of course, it might not do. I can't think of many female pop groups, but never mind. Now then, as you look down your answers, the first one should have just 1 letter or number, as number 2 should have 2, number 3 should have 3, all the way down to number 10, you should have a 10-letter answer. I know we give you far too many clues in my quizzes, don't we? But never mind. Right, we're now going to test out, after a rather, I think, birds and bees, I'm afraid, only got about 5 out of 10 from me. Not particularly inspiring, that one, but never mind. This is Shepherd Neame Double Stout. Now, That sounds good, doesn't it? Shepherd Neame, of course, Britain's oldest brewery. Apparently they were formed in 1698, according to the bottle. And it's a long time since I've had a Shepherd Neame beer, so we're now going to give this rather interesting looking stout a try to see what it's like. I'm sure Robin would enjoy this. Ian says he's going for whiskey and coke. That's fair enough. Well, this Shepherd Neame, what is 5.2% stout, double stout even. Not sure what they mean by double stout, but stout it is. Had a pistachio porter today. That sounds very interesting. Oh dear, that sounds really good. Right then, everybody, let's go through some answers to round number 2. The letter you would find on the far right of the middle row on the standard QWERTY keyboard is the letter L I was after. Number 2, Mount Austin, Goodwin Austin, I think was named after the first people that climbed the mountain, is also known as K2. Number 3, what type of insect are there apparently 254 species of in the British Isles? That's the bee. You could have got that one wrong, couldn't you? The bee. Number 4, in the world of Cockney rhyming slang, if you were just going off for a Steffi, well, Steffi Graf, you'd be going off for a bath, or a bath. Steffi Graf, a bath. Number 5, what is the state capital of Austin? That's Texas. Sorry. Number 6, that city I wanted in southwest England is Exeter at the end of the Fosse Way. Number 7 was a parsnip I was after, Albion, Countess and White Gem. Number 8, of course, that black tree called viscous product is known as molasses. Number 9, I was after Breitling watches, as in Breitling Orbiter. We might remember the Breitling Orbiter if you went back that way. And finally, number 10, that pop loop I was after were Bananarama. Well done if you got those. I think a few people might have got all those right, but let's see. Oh, Ian's back. Ian's back after his whiskey and coke. I hope you've got a nice big one to keep you going for the next round or two then, Ian. And you can come up with another joke or two. We'll see. Right. Let's have some scores in. Sarah and our friends from Worcester. Sarah and Russ are on 17. The Ridgeways on a full 20 points. Well played, the Ridgeways. Mick Roberts is on 17. We've got Mike Yates on 18. Steve Farman's on 18. Jill and Steve Pure on 16. Jed and Tracy on 15. Graham Gifford and Jane are on 17. Julie Ashcroft's on 20. Well done, Julie. Michelle Gibbons is on 19. We've got Famous 5 on 19. Pick and Mix are on 18. We've got the Rugby Rotary Club on 18. It's just gone off the page. We've got Carrie Mitchell on 17. Squeaky Pob's on 18. Changed beta fly. Ian Anthony James and Don Crisotti on 20 points. Well played. Alex Brown on 16. 16 for the Yorkies. Well done, the Yorkies. Split the difference are on 19. Andrew Lewis and Jane are on 18. We've got Clive and Janet from Stockton on 17. Ian Miller's on 16. Well played, Ian. Don Crisotti are on 18. Home Alone 6 are on 19. We've got Anne Henderson on 17. Chris Speaks on 18. We've got Pinker Berkey on 17. Ian and Ish Shiraz still doing very well on your own there, Ian. You're not being talked out of answers, are you, recently? He's on 20. Matthew Blood is on 17 and a half. Come on, gang, let's give him a bit of help. It's his birthday. We've got Pinky and Perky on 17. We've got Lisa Laskin, Team UK, USA on 19. Well played. Eileen Williams is on 14. Well done, Eileen. Ian says, can't have too much back in at 6 a.m. in the morning. Oh, God. Can't have too much back at 6 a.m. and work in the morning. I thought you'd given up, Ian, with all that work business. No, clearly not. Right then, round number 3 tonight is a trivia trial, where the last letter of your first answer is the first letter of your next answer. Have we got the 20s scoring yet, or are they going to score later? Oh, dear. Right, let's just test the double chocolate stout. Yes, now that is nice. Nothing wrong with that at all. Right, and here we go. Trivia trial. It's one that you've been waiting for. Question number 1. In which Italian city's cathedral would you find the famous shroud? A length of linen cloth bearing the image of a man who is alleged to be Jesus of Nazareth. So question number 1 again. In which Italian city's cathedral would you find the famous shroud? A length of linen cloth bearing the image of a man who is alleged to be Jesus of Nazareth. Right, then take the last letter of that one-word answer, and it's the first letter of number 2. This is a good one. What is a super carrier of the United States Navy and the lead ship of her class? It was named after the commander-in-chief of the Pacific Fleet during World War II. It's a one-word answer I'm after. I'm not after USS. So what is a super carrier of the United States Navy and the lead ship of her class? It was named after the commander-in-chief of the Pacific Fleet during World War II. It's just a one-word answer I'm after, starting with the letter of your previous answer, or the last letter of your previous answer. Question number 3 is definitely a little bit up to date as far as Halloween's concerned. Question number 3. What name is given to a fictional undead being created through the reanimation of a human corpse? It is also the name of a 1994 song by the Cranberries. It's a one-word answer. So what name is given to a fictional undead being created through the reanimation of a human corpse? It's also the name of a 1994 song by the Cranberries. Right, take the last letter of that undead being, and it's the first letter of number 4. So question number 4. What was a British children's comic that featured Dan Dare? It was first published in 1950 and then relaunched in a new format in 1982. So question 4 again. What was a British children's comic that featured Dan Dare? It was first published in 1950 and then relaunched in a new format in 1982. It's a one-word answer. Right, then take the last letter of that comic, and it's the first letter of question number 5, which is a bit tricky, but I'm sure you can work this one out. Named after the most prominent scientist of the 20th century, although some people may argue. What is the synthetic element with the symbol ES and the atomic number 99? So question number 5 again, named after the most prominent scientist of the 20th century. What is the synthetic element with the symbol ES and atomic number 99? I don't think many people would argue with that fact, but maybe they would. Right, take the last letter of that element, and it's the first letter of number 6. Question number 6 takes us back to the Second World War again. Sorry about this, the Yorkies, but never mind. Something you might have seen if you've been watching some old war films. What name was given to the artificial harbours that were used in the D-Day landings? Churchill had urged their development from 1942 onwards. All the 20s have just put their score in. Well done, the 20s. 18. Well played. Are you sure there's not a time warp difference? You're not somewhere. You're not on the moon or something, are you? So question 6 again. What name was given to the artificial harbours which were used in the D-Day landings? Churchill had urged their development from 1942 onwards. Right, take the last letter of number 6. Oh, sorry, take the last letter of your answer to number 6, and it's the first letter of number 7, which is just a one-word answer. Dead easy, this one. Mata Hari was a Dutch exotic dancer and courtesan who was convicted of being what and subsequently executed by a French firing squad in 1917. So question 7 again. Mata Hari was a Dutch exotic dancer and courtesan who was convicted of being what and subsequently executed by a French firing squad in 1917. Well, it might be the oldest brewery in Britain, Shepherd Neame, and I've never thought a lot of their beers, but the double stout's very tasty, I have to say. So if you see that, I can't remember where we got that from. Was it Aldi's or Lidl's? I think it was Lidl's. So if you find a bottle of double stout from Shepherd Neame, it's well worth a try. Right, take the last letter of that answer, which was a fairly short answer, and it's the first letter of this two-word answer. So question number 8. What name was given to the telephone directory of businesses organised by category? The idea came about in 1883, a printer in Cheyenne working on a regular telephone directory when he ran out of white paper. Sorry, question number 6, was that a plural? Yes, that was a plural. Sorry, question number 6, the answer to question number 6 was a plural, I'm after. Sorry about that. Oh, and it's a one-word answer. So let's just go back to question number 6. It's a plural and it's a one-word answer. Sorry about that. It's led you up the garden path, but never mind. So question number 8 again. Let me just go through question 8 again, which is a two-word answer. What name was given to the telephone directory of businesses organised by category? The idea came about when, in 1883, a printer in Cheyenne, working on a regular telephone directory, ran out of white paper. Kind of gives it away a bit, that, doesn't it? Just type in. If I ever use the round again, which I might do, I will make sure that we ask for a plural in that case. Right then, question number 9. Question number 9, which Spanish word is often used to address a young or unmarried lady? Perhaps I should say woman, I don't know. Which Spanish word is often used to address a young or unmarried lady? Right, take the last letter of that one-word answer, and it's the first letter of this answer, which will take you all the way back to number 1, of course. This is question number 10, what is a distinctively patterned black and white wader with a long up-curved beak? It is also the emblem of the RSPB and symbolises the bird protection movement in the United Kingdom. One-word answer. So what is a distinctively patterned black and white wader with a long up-curved beak? It is also the emblem of the RSPB and symbolises the bird protection movement in the United Kingdom. So one-word answer, the last letter of number 10, should take you all the way back to your first answer, number 1. So then, if you just check all your answers, they should lead on. Sorry about number 6. It is a plural I was after, the name of those artificial harbours. I did say harbours, I suppose. So it would have implied it was a plural, but never mind. Right, again, one of those rounds. There's not an awful lot of working out. Well, maybe there is. And I will just give you a chance to refresh your glass and whatever else. Do feel free, if you're still enjoying the quiz, to like the page. Likes make a lot of difference. And also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to Pewee1957. There's a little subscribe button on the bottom right. I know most of you have subscribed already. But if you haven't, do feel free. The more subscribes I can get, the better. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, it does mean more teams taking on the quiz. Now, I was discussing with my brother-in-law, Andrew, about a charity quiz for Mighton Hospice, which is a rugby-based, well, it's not really rugby-based, but Rugby Coventry, Leamington Spa-based charity. And we are planning to do a Sunday night quiz in the same format, exactly the same as normal. But obviously, we're going to try and raise a little bit of money for charity. for the Rugby Martin Hospice. Now, I've said to Andrew that he's willing to put a prize up for this, and that's fair play. And we're going to pick a random score, basically, rather than the overall winning score. There will be a random score, which will be put in an envelope, and I think he's prepared to put up £100. So there will be £100 for one team if they want. But this is going to be a few weeks' time, and he's going to set up a Just Giving page. Now, I'm not expecting anybody, and I'm not expecting anybody to give any money whatsoever, but if you do feel free and you want to just contribute a £1 or £2 to something, you are more than welcome to donate. And there's a prize to win that night as well. So that's going to be the first Sunday in December. We're going to run it as a charity night. I will let you know a bit more. We've got a few weeks before we get there. Right, let's go through these. What's Matthew put? Why do ghosts hate the rain? It dampens their spirits. That's a good one. I like that. Right then, let's go back and go through this round quickly. Trivia Trail. The Cities Cathedral, where you would find the famous shroud. It's a city I've never been to. I'm sure I'd like to go and see it. It's Turin, of course, the Shroud of Turin. That gave you the N for the USS Nimitz, named after that commander-in-chief. That gave you the Z for the zombie. That in turn gave you an E for that British comic, the Eagle. That gave you an E for that element, Einsteinium. That in turn gave you the M for mulberries, as in the Mulberry Harbours. Sorry, yes, that was a plural, so that gave you the S in turn for a spy. Mata Hari was a spy, of course. That gave you the Y for the Yellow Pages when he ran out of white paper. That in turn gave you the S for the Spanish word for a young woman, is a señorita. That in turn gave you the A for the symbol of the RSPB, which is the avocet. The avocet of the beautiful bird it is. And that, of course, the last letter T takes you all the way back to number 1. Thanks, Michelle. Michelle says definitely count us in. That's great. Right then, round number 4 tonight. So let's have some. Wait a minute. Let's have some points in first. So we've got Martin, Tina doing ever so well. 28 points. The Ridgeways, however, yet to drop a point. 30. Well done, you. Mick Robertson's on 27. Anne Anderson's on 27. We've got Jed and Tracy on 25. Jill and Steve Pure on 26. Ian's not put his score down. I think he's hiding it. We've got Home Alone 6 on 27. The Yorkies have moved on to 21. We've got Split the Difference on 29. Steve Farnden's on 27. Caddy Mitchell's on 27. We've got Sarah and Russ on 25. Ian Miller's on 24. Alex Brown's on 24. We've got Don Quixote on 28 points. Chris Speak also on 28 points. Well done, Chris. Oh, blimey, it's just gone off the screen now. How about everyone offering a prize to add to it? Well, yes, possibly. Julie Ashcroft's on 30 points. We've got John O'Rourke, Famous 5 on 29. Squeaky Bob's on 28. Pick a Mix are on 280 now. Well done, Pick a Mix. The Rugby Rotary Club are on 28. Well done then, Matthew. Bloodhound, PRS. Is that PRS, Matthew, or is it Matthew? 27.5 points. Michelle's on 29 points. We've got Andrew Lewis on 27. Pick a Mix, sorry. Quartz 123 are on 28. Got Team UK USA on 29. Mike Yates is on 27. Graham Gifford's on 26. Ian Shirazi's doing ever so well on 30 points. Eileen Williams is on 23. Clive and Janet from Stockton, 25. My golden hen has clucked my head. Leslie Barrett's now on 74. Well done, Leslie. So we've got Leslie Barrett on 74. We've got Pick a Mix on 280 points. So besides those two, they were clearly been drinking too much or whatever else. Never mind. Oh, right. Yeah, do we know surname or? Oh, one of the teams that likes doing it in the background, I've got to say a big happy birthday as well. Is it happy birthday? To Kerry. Happy birthday, Kerry. You weren't expecting that. So it's Kerry and Matthew. Kerry's one of those that does, she's part of one of the teams in the background. So happy birthday, Kerry. I'm not going to ask you how old you are, unlike Matthew, but never mind. Right then, let's move on around. So we've still got some teams haven't dropped a point yet. That's going to change, believe me. But we will see. Right, round number 4, all 6-letter answers. What could be easier than that? All 6-letter answers. Pretty straightforward stuff. It's only any good if you can spell, of course, but never mind. So question number 1, here we go. In the world of anatomy, what name derived from Latin is the medical term used to describe the armpit? So in the world of anatomy, what name derived from Latin is the medical term used to describe the armpit? Nice. Now, I'm just showing, yes, I'm sporting. What am I sporting tonight? These are kingfishers tonight. I have a shirt full of kingfishers. I should know, I've seen a few in my time. Mostly in India, I have to say, where they're abundant things. And slightly larger than the British varieties, that's for sure. Question number 2, also a 6-letter answer. The city of Kingston upon Hull stands on the north bank of which major river? So question 2 again, the city of Kingston upon Hull even stands on the north bank of which major river? Question number 3, again, 6-letter answer, pretty straightforward. Commercially developed during the 1920s. What does the letter V stand for in the NATO phonetic alphabet? I'm sure it's easy for all you quizzers. So commercially developed during the 1920s. What does the letter V stand for in the NATO phonetic alphabet? Question number 4, somebody who's probably worse than Mr. Trump or Boris. In the 5th century, who was the famous king of the Huns who laid waste to much of Europe? So in the 5th century, who was the famous king of the Huns who laid waste to much of Europe? I've not come across him on a dark night, but never mind. How's the signal, by the way, today? Is it half decent, the signal today? What about the sound? Have we still got a whirring noise in the background or what? I noticed the number of people online seems to be fairly static and stable, which is good. Question number 5 is a little more testing, which you'll have to put back to your memory, see how good you are with question number 5. Brilliant. They're still whirring, but sounds lovely. Thanks, sir. Question number 5. At which, now this is an interesting one, at which Belgium stadium was there a tragedy involving a collapsed wall before the start of a 1985 European Cup final between Juventus and Liverpool? So at which Belgian stadium was there a tragedy involving a collapsed wall before the start of the 1985 European Cup final between Juventus and Liverpool? That helps if you know how to spell it, of course, even if you do know the answer. Question number 6 is another sporting question. Jana Novotná died at the age of 49 after a long battle with cancer. But what sport did she excel at? What's that? I'm going to be turning my lights off this Halloween. Stuff the ships, my house, my rules. Oh dear. So question 6 again. Jana Novotná died at the age of 49 after a long battle with cancer. But what sport did she excel at? Come on, everybody, do feel free to put some jokes on the chat line. I haven't seen anything from Anthony Ridgway yet. It's about time you put some on. You, Carol Jackson, Steve Pugh, we need a few things on. I know you're all concentrating hard, but you can all come up with some kind of silly joke would help. It helps me stay sane, although I'm not that sane. Question number 7. Which metallic element with the atomic number 29 is the principal export of Zambia? So which metallic element with the atomic number 29 is the principal export of Zambia? Zambia. It's an African country I've never been to. And I've been to a few in my time. Right then, question number 8 is one that will suit Robin Miller. What is the first name of Mr. Smithers, or simply Smithers, a recurring fictional character in the American animated sitcom The Simpsons? See ya. Where do fashionable ghosts shop for sheets? Boutiques. See ya. Oh, that's dreadful, Matthew. Gets worse. So what is the first name of Mr. Smithers, or simply Smithers, a recurring fictional character in the American animated sitcom The Simpsons? There's so many Italians named Tony in New York. Because when they boarded the boat to immigrate to America, they got their ticket stamped to New York. That's actually stupid here. That's a good joke. So why are there so many Italians named Tony in New York? Because when they boarded the boat to immigrate in America, they got their ticket stamped to New York. Oh dear. And Chris has just said, why did the wizards fit the door to prevent burglars? A warlock. See ya. Oh dear, dear, dear. What do you get when you cross a duck with a vampire? Count Quackula. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, question number 9. What is a major thoroughfare in the city of Westminster? It runs from Trafalgar Square eastwards to Temple Bar. It's found as a red property on the Monopoly board, and Charles Dickens once lived there. How many more clues do you want? So what is a major thoroughfare in the city of Westminster? It runs from Trafalgar Square eastwards to Temple Bar. It is found as a red property on the Monopoly board, and Charles Dickens once lived there. There's a good question for you. Tony Blackburn has a lot to answer for. Come on, Sif, is it putting you off the quiz? Leslie said stop. Count Duckula, yes, okay. Count Duckula, Count Quackula. I think that's all right. Count Quackula's brother. We have our own Edinburgh comedy talent. Brilliant. Right, question number 10 to finish this round off. Remember, these are all 6-letter answers. What is a legendary island featured in Arthurian legend? It was also the title of the 8th and final studio album by English rock band Roxy Music. Alex and me, Ian and Dad are coming to the Vic for a pint tomorrow. But we open tomorrow. I'm not sure if we're open or nothing, but never mind. Dear God. You better text me, I'll find out. Is there some football on tomorrow night? It was on last week, isn't it? Yeah. Question 10 again. What is a legendary island featured in Arthurian legend? It was also the title of the 8th and final studio album by English rock band Roxy Music. Used to use that a lot in the hi-fi shop to demonstrate speakers and things. It was a great album. Right then, all your answers you've got should be 6-letter answers. 6-letter answers. A couple of tricky ones in there, but the rest I'm sure are fine. Alex, I better find out whether they're actually open tomorrow, because I know we've only been opening Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. However, last week, because of Champions League and other football fixtures, we were actually open for I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, but it might have been Tuesday, Wednesday as well. I'll have to see. But you better text me and we'll find out, because I don't know. Right then, everybody. Are we ready to do some marking? All your answers should be 6 letters long. Right then, let's do some marking. Are we ready? Everybody, eyes down, looking, put your pencils down. Here we go. Question number 1. In the world of anatomy, what name was derived from Latin is the medical term used to describe the armpit that is called the axilla. The axilla. A-X-I-L-L-A. Number 2, the river I was after was the river Humber. Number 3, of course, the V stands for Victor. Number 4, it was Attila, that Hun that you didn't want to meet on a dark night. Attila the Hun. Number 5 was the Heysel Stadium. That was a bit tricky. Heysel. Number 6, of course, Jana Novotny was better known as a great tennis player. Number 7, Zambia's chief export is copper. Number 8, he's known as Waylon Smithers. Waylon, that's W-A-Y-L-O-N, Waylon. Number 9, of course, it's the Strand that runs from Trafalgar Square eastwards to Temple Bar, where Charles Dickens apparently lived, and it's also one of the red properties on the Monopoly board. And finally, number 10, that album, which is also a legendary island, was Avalon. Avalon, well done if you got that. So there we have it. That's the end of round 4. So let's have some scores in, see how many people we got on 40 points. There's going to be a few, I'm sure, but we've got Georgia Lambert, New York is straight in with 28 points. Well played them. Squeaky Pop with 36. We've got Jen Tracy with 35. There's some great scores here already. We've got Michelle giving to 39 points. We've got PRS on 37.5 points. Steve Farnham's on 34. Oh my God, it's gone berserk. We've got Grant Giffen on 33. Sarah is on 33. Jill Pugh's on 35. Ian Innes Shiraz on 40 points. I don't know what that Shiraz is doing to you, Ian. Anthony Ridgway is on 38. We've got Mick Roberts on 37. Chris Beeks on 37. Ian Miller's on 30. Leslie Barrett doing very well on 37 points. Callie Mitchell's on 36. Home Alone 6 are on 37. We've got Split Difference on 38. Martin Davis, River Taxters, too far east, you see. That's good. Coming from Wales, yes, I suppose so. 38 though. Mike Yates is on 37. Anne Anderson's on 36. Julie Ashcroft, very good, 39. The Rugby Roach Club are on 37. Well played them. We've got Don Quixote on 36. Andrew Lewis is on 35. We've got the famous 5 on 39 points. We got Team UK, USA, well done you, on 38 points. Alex Brown's on 32. Got Clive and Janet from Stockton, well played you, on 34 points. Diane Alex is on 36 out of 40. That's some great scores. Pick and Mix, 38. Sorry about the 280. I knew it was 28. I know it was. You don't have to apologise. I already knew. So 38 points for Pick and Mix, doing really well indeed. So it appears at the moment there's one person on his own, Ian with his bottle of Shiraz out on 40 points. Right, round number 5 tonight is a mystery letter round, I don't give you the letter. Obviously, you've got to try and work that out, and then if you're clever, you work it backwards, obviously, because the first 2 or 3 are quite tricky, and then they tend to get easier to give you the letter away, if that makes any sense. So all the answers in this round start with the same letter. Robbins said, "Why do dwarves struggle to kill vampires? Because the stakes are too high." Very good indeed. Dear God, here we go then. Right, question number 1. What is a large freshwater loch in Lochaber, Highland, Scotland, with a mean depth of 70 metres? It is the 3rd deepest loch in Scotland. Right, we're just a couple of more scores coming in. We've got the Tweenys have come in with 36 points. Well played them. The 20, sorry. And Eileen Williams with 29. Well played you as well. Got some happy birthday, Dean, from fellow Don Quixote teammates. So happy birthday, Dean. Yeah, it's 3 birthdays. Is that today? Is it Dean's birthday? So Tony Blackburn has a lot to answer for. You've been saying that all night, Ian. There's some fixation with Tony Blackburn, but never mind. So what is a large freshwater loch in Lochaber, Highland, Scotland, with a mean depth of 70 metres? It is the 3rd deepest loch of Scotland. Yes, today, that's another one today. So happy birthday, Dean. I hope you have a good one. Question number 2. This also starts with the same letter. What one-word name is given to a political pressure group which was formed in the United Kingdom in 1934? It campaigns to protect civil liberties and promote human rights. Let's see. I've got his joke book. It's here. So question 2 again. What one-word name is given to a political pressure group which was formed in the United Kingdom in 1934? It campaigns to protect civil liberties and promote human rights. I don't think I've spelled liberties right there. How do you spell liberty, don't you? I don't know, it just doesn't look right. Maybe it is. Question number 3, very topical. With a total production of some 58,000 metric tons per annum, Australia currently produces 44% of the world supply of which element, which has become very important in electric vehicle manufacture? Ah, well done, Robin. It just didn't look right to me, but clearly it is. So with a total production of some 58,000 metric tons per annum, Australia currently produces 44% of the world's supply of which element, which has become very important in electrical vehicle manufacture? I'm sure my car's got some in it. Right then, you may, at this stage, have got the letter. Now, do remember, all the answers start with the same letter. I will start with the same letter. So question number 4, what is the SI-derived unit of luminous flux? A measure of the total quantity of visible light emitted by a source. In 2010, the European Union required lighting to be labelled in terms of this unit instead of electrical watts, which is a good idea. Because it only goes to show how bright your lights are. So question number 4 again. What is the SI-derived unit of luminous flux? A measure of the total quantity of visible light emitted by a source. In 2010, the European Union required lighting to be labelled in terms of this unit instead of electrical watts. Although I have to say, you can even buy bulbs today and they haven't got it written on them. Makes it a bit awkward sometimes, but never mind. Question number 5, dead easy. What, along with snakes, is used in an ancient Indian game that was first brought to Victorian England in 1892? So question number 5, what, along with snakes, is used in an ancient Indian game that was first brought to Victorian England in 1892? Can't be too hard, that one, surely. That might have given you the letter, so now you've got to work backwards. Do remember, all your answers should start with the same letter. Question number 6. For all ladies that were given birth at one time in their life, what is a set of clothing, bedclothes, and sometimes toiletries that are designed for a newborn baby? It's a one-word answer I'm after. So what is a set of clothing, bedclothes, and sometimes toiletries that are designed for a newborn baby or child? My mum was supposed to be given a special one of those because I was born on Christmas Eve. But unfortunately, I was born at 6 in the evening, so nearly a Christmas Day baby, but I wasn't. My mum was going to call me Carol if I was a girl, but I was never a girl, obviously, so she called me Nicholas instead, being born at Christmas. And my mum was disappointed because this other lady was rushed in at about 10 to midnight, and she got this special parcel full of these things. I'm not going to tell you what it was, because obviously it's the name of the answer, but never mind. So my mum was a bit poo-pooed, so to speak. She couldn't hold on long enough, that was the problem. Question number 7, listen carefully. What name is given to a horizontal support of timber, stone, concrete, or steel across the top of a door or window? So question 7 again. What name is given to a horizontal support of timber, stone, concrete, or steel across the top of a door or window? In fact, it can be anything, really. It can even be plastic, I suppose, but... Ooh, we've got a ghost in here. Stuff's falling off there. Peach, do you want to get me another beer while you're up? Question number 8. Well known to ancient people, what disease was discovered by recognizing the relationship between wounds and fatal muscle spasms? Its alternative name was derived from the Greek meaning to stretch. A vaccine was developed by P. Dickumsby-Ulsma in 1924. Here's a good one. You've got a letter, which makes that a bit easier. So, well known to ancient people, what disease was discovered by recognizing the relationship between wounds and fatal muscle spasms? Its alternative name was derived from the Greek meaning to stretch, and a vaccine was developed by P. Dickumsby-Ulsma in 1924. I should have put that in and figured out how to pronounce his name, really, but never mind. That is a one-word answer, starting with a letter that all the other answers are starting with. Right then, question number 9. What small, fleshy trees, fruits, cultivated mainly in Asia, have varieties called hairy, red ball, and Bengal? So what small, fleshy tree fruits cultivated mainly in Asia have varieties called hairy, red ball, and Bengal? And very nice they are. Do remember, all your answers have got to start with the same letter. I hope you got the letter by now, because you'll be in trouble if you haven't. Right, we're now trying the Golden Goose. That famous brewery, Hatherwood. You can clearly see that's been made up. This is Lidl's Hatherwood. In Olders, it's called Harper's. And in the UK, it's called Never. Nethergate, but never mind. Hatherwood, Nethergate, sounds about the same to me. Right then, question number 10 to finish this round. Question number 10. What is a city in Upper Egypt that has frequently been characterized as the world's greatest open-air museum? A one-word answer, starting with a letter that all the other answers start with. So what is a city in Upper Egypt that has frequently been characterized as the world's greatest open-air museum? Open-air museum. Right, you should have 10 answers now, all starting with the same letter. If you haven't worked the letter out, you're in trouble, obviously, but never mind. So number 1, where we're after a lock. Number 2, we're after that pressure group. Number 3, we're after an element. Number 4, we're after that unit of light. Number 5, we're after the Victorian game thing. Number 6, something to do with babies. Number 7, of course, something that goes across the support for a window. Number 8, that was that disease. Number 9 was that fruit. And of course, number 10 was that world's greatest open air museum. A place that I've trying to think whether I've been there or not. No, I can't have been near it, but not there. Right then, everybody. I think we've probably had long enough. You've got more answers. You got answers? Well, they've got answers, whether they're right things or not. Chris has just said, what is a witch's favourite Piskian film? A Fish Called Wanda. That's very good. It's very good indeed. Very clever. Very clever. Chris, did you make that one up yourself? Piskian film. Piscean film, Piskian. Yes. Right, here we go then. The largest freshwater loch in the Highlands of Scotland is Loch Lochy. Loch Lochy. Well done if you got that. That was a tricky one. Number 2, of course, that pressure group is better known as Liberty. Number 3, I was after lithium, as in lithium ion batteries. Number 4 is the lumen, the SI unit derived from luminous flux. Number 5, of course, it was snakes and ladders I was after. Number 6, I was after a layette, children's clothing when a newborn baby. Number 7 is a lintel, of course, that goes across at the top of a roof. Number 8, that disease was lockjaw. And he did find that you get an infection, you can get muscle spasms, which kind of kills you. Number 9 was the lychee. There are all types of lychee. And finally, number 10 was the city of Luxor. Well done if you got that. What's that? Chris has put, oh yes, and the rest. The powers of wine. Well done. Was Barbarella a wish called Fonda? Clive and Janet. Well done, Clive and Janet. That's a good one. A wish called Fonda. Right, we've got Steve Fonda in with 42. Well done, Steve. Sarah is in with 38. We've got Ian Miller with 38. We've got PRS on 45.5. Martin Davis, 47 points. Well done, Martin. Mick Robertson on 45. Jill Pugh and Steve are on 43. We've got Jed and Tracy on 42. Julie Ashcroft, 48 points. That's some going. George Lambert's on 33. We've got Pig and Mix on 46. Graham Gifford's on 42. Mike Yates is on 45. Ian's dropped a point. He's now on 49 points. Well played, Ian. Anne Anderson's on 43. Anthony Ridgway. The Ridgways are on 47. We've got the famous 5 on 48. Carrie Mitchell's on 44. We've got Michelle Gibbons on 46. The Rugby Rose Club are on 45. We've got Home Alone 6 on 44. Andrew and Jane Lewis are on 43. We've got Squeaky Bomb on 44. Clive and Janet from Stockton on 43. Chris Speaks on 46. Well played, Chris. We've got Pink and Perky on 43. We've got Split the Difference on 48. Don Quixote, team Don Quixote on 43. Lisa's side, Team UK, struggle a bit on that one. They're on 44. Well played, them. We've got Alex Brown on 39. Well played, Alex. What about Leslie Barrett? Oh, 46. Yeah, I see that, and it's just popped straight up. 46. Well played, Leslie. That's some good scoring. Right, well, we're all to play for in the last round. Anybody else got any scores to come in? Right, we've got round number 6. Last round tonight is just general trivia, where we have 10 just general knowledge, kind of stupid questions, some of them, but never mind. Just to sort out. I'm not expecting anybody to get all these, but maybe we'll see. Somebody might do. Good guessing is as good as anything. So, see if can you maintain 2 meters. Well, that's the beauty of being online, of course, because we have had one couple that have had COVID. So, thankfully, we're not near them. And Clive and Janet are thinking, as a pet ghost called Shiraz, I think he has as well. Right, here we go then. Question number 1, nice easy one to get you going. In the Old English nursery rhyme, Peter Piper, what imperial unit of dry volume did Peter Piper pick? So in the Old English nursery rhyme, Peter Piper, what imperial unit of dry volume did Peter Piper pick? Oh, it's just as well I said that, right? Because I could have given it away. Straight away. Peter Piper. Oh, God. Oh, no. I've got another Roman road. Sorry, I'm giving up on Roman roads next week. You'll be pleased to know. Here we go then. Question number 2. Thames Head Bridge is the first bridge over the River Thames, but which Roman road crosses the river here? And if it's any help, it's at the source of the River Thames. So Thames Head Bridge is the first bridge over the River Thames, but which Roman road crosses the river here? Although looking at Google Maps, there's not much of a river there at all. It looks like a little. It doesn't look like much of a bridge either, but it does cross it. So there we have it. It's probably just a pipe that goes underneath the road at that stage. Question number 3, this is for the Yorkies, up to date. Question number 3, with an album released to coincide with his birthday, which musician's new remastered album, Gimme Some Truth, was number 3 in last week's UK albums charts? All the 20s are on 45, and the only AJB, well done, the 20s, 44 points. So with an album released to coincide with his birthday, which musician's new remastered album, Give Me Some Truth, or Gimme Some Truth, was number 3 in last week's UK albums charts? I did check today and it's gone down, unfortunately, so that was the highest it got to. What's in the charts? That's one I might know it. Question number 4. In the world of weaving, the crosswise threads on a loom are known as the weft. But what name is given to the lengthwise or longitudinal threads? I'll give you the choice. Is it the woof, the warp, or the wode? There you are. There's 3 possibilities there. So in the world of weaving, the crosswise threads on a loom are known as the weft. But what name is given to the lengthwise or longitudinal threads? I'll give you the choice. Is it the woof, the warp, or the wode? That's an interesting question. If a little stupid, but never mind. Well then, everybody, I hope you've all been keeping yourselves fit and well. As restrictions are getting worse again in the UK rather than better, I was hoping to be able to do a pub quiz by the time we got to November, but it's certainly not going to happen at this rate. Things are only getting worse. Infections in rugby are going up. They're going up everywhere at the moment, so it seems a bit strange, but never mind. Right then, question number 5. What is a day of the week? It's also the surname of a detective inspector in the TV series Endeavour. So question number 5, what is a day of the week? It is also the name of the detective inspector in the TV series Endeavour. Chris is saying it could be the Wong Wode. Well, I hope you haven't gone down the Wong Wode. I trust you've got where you wanted to go. Well, it's something to do on a Sunday night, isn't it, Chris? Even if you are in the far reaches of Lincolnshire somewhere. Where is he? Louth. I thought you said Louth. Oh, you're in Louth. Oh, right, okay. He's in Mablethorpe. Question number 6. This is a tricky one, unless you've been to the people that look after your glasses. Question, the opticians, that's what I was looking for. Question number 6. What vowel is nearly always at the top of an optician's Snellen chart a device which was invented in 1862 and used to test for visual acuity? Yes, ophthalmologist. All right, I couldn't say that all in one go. So what vowel is nearly always at the top of as an ophthalmologist Snellen chart? A device invented in 1862 and used to test for visual acuity. Yeah, I'm blaming the Shepherd Neame at this stage. So just after a single letter there, a vowel, which one's at the top of the chart? Can you remember? Not easy, unless you can visualize it, of course. Oh dear. Oh dear, it gets worse, doesn't it? Right then, question number 7. Earth's longest mountain range is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a submarine chain which splits nearly the entire Atlantic Ocean north to south. What Count's landmass was what have I written? No, I've written that wrong, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, I put another word in there. I didn't want that at all. So question number 7 again. Earth's longest mountain range is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a submarine chain which splits nearly the entire Atlantic Ocean north to south. What landmass was formed by a number of these mountains rising above the surface of the sea? Oh, that not count, it's country. Sorry. Oh no, it's all right. I've typed it wrong, which doesn't help at this stage of the quiz. No, it's all right. Sorry, I'm going to try that again. So, Earth's longest mountain range is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, a submarine chain which splits nearly the entire Atlantic Ocean, north to south. What country's landmass was formed by a number of these mountains rising above the surface of the sea? I'm after the name of a country. Oh, sorry about that. That's not me. That is, well, it is me. Because I wrote the question in the first place. What do you call a sunken ghost ship? A nervous wreck. Very good. Very good. Right, question number 8. This is a good one. The word bodger now seems to imply a person who works in a rough and ready or slipshod manner. However, bodgers were highly skilled itinerant workmen using what traditional material? So the word bodger now seems to imply a person who works in a rough and ready or slipshod manner. However, bodgers were highly skilled itinerant workmen using what traditional material? Question number 9, this will sort a few people out. What is a major trunk road in the United Kingdom that runs south from Edinburgh in central Scotland to Carlisle in northwest England? So if you want to go from Carlisle to Edinburgh, what road do you use? So question 9 again. What is a major trunk road in the United Kingdom that runs south from Edinburgh in central Scotland to Carlisle in northwest England? And finally, question number 10. This will sort you all out. Question number 10. Which of the following sporting achievements was completed in the least amount of time? I'll give you the choice. Was it Ronnie O'Sullivan's fastest ever 1:47 break? The 2018 world record for the men's 4x200 metre freestyle relay set at the World Championships? Or the men's 4,000 metre individual cycling pursuit? So you've got 3 options there. So which of the following sporting achievements was completed in the least amount of time? I'll give you the choice. Was it Ronnie O'Sullivan's fastest break? Fastest 147 break. The 2018 world record for the men's 4x200 meter freestyle relay, or the men's 4,000 meters individual cycling pursuit. That was kind of on the chase the other night, but they put it in a different format, to be fair. Well, it wasn't. No, it was on Question of Sport. What am I on about? Did you put it? Okay, what you put that? Hang on. You've given them one of the answers there. It's all right. That was my fault. I shouldn't have put that there. Doesn't help anyway. Right then, everybody. Do we need anything repeating? We all right? Has everybody got some answers down? To all those that have got birthdays tonight, happy birthday. Hope you've enjoyed the quiz. If not, never mind. What the hell? Let's look forward to another good week and hope that the numbers slowly but surely come down before Christmas so that at least you can... What's Chris put? Yorkshire chart, Y-E-I-O-D. Yeah, well, okay. Right then, we've all locked out that last question. You've just got to make a reasoned choice on which one of those took the least amount of time, Okay then, let's put you all out of misery. Let's quickly answer the last, give you some answers to the last round. Does anybody need any more time, or we've kind of had a guess at everything? There's one or two there. If you don't know them, you just got to have a guess at them in the middle of it, I suppose. So here we go then. In the old English nursery rhyme, Peter Piper, what imperial unit of dry volume did Peter Piper pick? He picked a peck. So I was after a peck. He picked a peck of pepper. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper, how many pickled pepper? Dear God, I should have had it. I should have had it in front of me, and then I could have read it. Peter Piper picked. Thames Head Bridge is the first bridge over the River Thames, but in which Roman road crosses the river there. Well, it's very close to Cirencester. It's the Fosse Way. The Fosse Way. Well done if you got that. And number 3, the album released to coincide with his birthday, which musician's new remastered album, of course, Gimme Some Truth, that was John Lennon. John Lennon's 80th birthday. Number 4, in the world of weaving, the crosswise threads on a loom are known as the weft. But what name is given to the lengthwise or longitudinal threads that are on a frame and fixed? I'll give you the choice. Was it the woof, the warp, or the wode? It was the warp. The warp. The woof, of course, is another name for the weft. Number 5, the detective inspector was Inspector Thursday. Number 6, the letter E is at the top of a Snellen chart if you go and have your eyes tested. Number 7, of course, at the end of the mountain range, it's Iceland that has come up out of the ocean. Iceland I was after. Number 8, a bodger was especially used to making chair legs, apparently out of wood, of course. So they would take trees, and they were expert turners, apparently, making legs for tables and chairs. But it was wood I was after. Number 9, that major trunk road is called the A7, which runs from Edinburgh to Carlisle. And finally, number 10, the fastest of those was the 4,000 metres individual cycling pursuit, which took 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Ronnie O'Sullivan's fastest break was 5 minutes and 20 seconds. And the men's 4x200 metres world record is 6 minutes and 46 seconds. So it was the cycling record with Filippo Ganna, apparently. Filippo Ganna. 4 minutes and 2 seconds or thereabouts was the fastest. So the cycling was the fastest. Right then, everybody, let's have some scores in. You won't have got all those, I'm sure, unless you've got some very good guesses, but never mind. It's been great broadcasting to you all tonight. And let's see what scores we've got coming in. So Georgia Lambert and the Yorkies. Well done, the Yorkies. And did you get the album? I'll be interested to know whether you got that. It's in the album charts this week, or last week. Georgia with 39. We've got Carol Jackson, Home Alone 6 on 43. Well done that. Martin Davis was very pleased to guess the A7. That's not in Wales either, Martin. You'll be pleased to know it's on 54. Well played. Then Mick Roberts, very close on 53. Gary Mitchell on 50. We've got Squeaky Bob on 53. We've got Sarah and Russ and the gang from Worcester on 44. Well played them. Alex Brown's also on 44. Leslie Barrett, a disappointing 53 in the end. Well played, Leslie. I thought that was a great score. We've got, wait a minute, what have we got to? Oh, the Ridgeways also on 53 point. Well played, the Ridgeways. Ian Miller says a poor 44. Never mind, Ian. It's the taking part that counts. Got the Famous 5 on 53. Well played them. Julie Ashcroft, that's a great score. 56 points. Well played, Julie. Anne Anderson's on 51. Grant Gifford's on 47. So Graham and Jane end up on 47. Did they beat Steve and Jill? I don't know. We'll see. Pick a Mixer on 53 points. Jed and Tracy crashed and burned on 47. Never mind. It's one or two things you learn there. Chris Speak on 51. Well played, Chris. And have a great holiday wherever you are. Oh, I know where you are, but have a great time. I don't know how long you're down there. You're down there for the week? I don't know. Enjoy yourself, whatever. Steve Farnham's on 49. Don Quixote end up on 50. The Rotary Road Club of Rugby, well done them on 52 points. We did get the album. Huge Beatles fans. Well done. PRS on a fantastic one. They're on 54.5 points. Jill Pugh ended up on 51. Well played. Ian in his Shiraz. Well done, Ian, on 57 points. Clive and Janet from Stockton, 52 points. Well played them. Forgot Lennon. Oh, dear. Never mind. Pinky and Perky on 48. Got Mike Yates on 50. We've got Split the Difference on 57 points. Well played them. Lisa Lasky and the gang from USA. They couldn't wait. It was an hour late tonight, but never mind. I hope we haven't delayed your lunch. They're on 50 points. Andrew Lewis, Andrew and Jane are on 48. Leslie Barrett. Ian does it again. Well done, Ian. Yes, the 20s are on 52. Chris Speak, great quiz as always, Nick. All the best from the Speak clan. Stay safe. Have fun. Well. What's that? Oh, dear. Michelle's put 49. Oh, no. That last round was devastating. Well, it was for a few. You're right. And then we've got a few thanks. Good night, everybody. So, good night from Martin, Graham, Georgia, Jed, and Tracy. Good night from Jill. Wave to the Glynis and Keith and Karen. Let's have a big wave to all of you. So good night, Glennis and Keith and Carrie. Robin Miller, thanks, Robin. Michelle, okay, I'll book in tomorrow for Saturday. That's excellent. Well done, Michelle. Good night, Chris. Good night, Quartz 123. Thanks, Nick. Pick and Mix. Good night and good night. So if anybody does want to come and do a quiz in a pub on Saturday night, it's a Halloween themed thing. Mostly it'll be, I suppose, music. I might do a picture round, a handout round, and just a couple of rounds of general knowledge, nothing more. But do feel free if you want to come down. It'll be about 7 o'clock start. Obviously, with kicking out time at 9:30, it doesn't go on that long. So I'll probably only do a 3/4 of an hour or something at best. But anyway. So thank you all, and thanks for taking part. If we don't see you until next Sunday, do feel free if you want to come and join us on Wednesday night. We'll be doing the quiz 8:15 as normal, and if not, and you don't want to do Saturday night's quiz in the pub, do come and join us next Sunday, where we will have another 6 rounds of interesting trivia to keep you all going. So good night all, and thank you very much. I think tonight's winners, we had Ian Sharrett with his Shiraz and Split the Difference, both ending up on a fantastic 57 points. So they've only dropped 3 points on the night. So good night all, and thank you very much, everybody, for taking part. Do promote the quiz. Do feel free to share it whenever I post it on Facebook. Just hit the share button. The more people that know, the better. And we'll see whether we can get more and more teams. It was good tonight because we've had 72 concurrent users tonight, which is just a slight improvement on last week. So we're going in the right direction. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night, and God bless, and I hope you all stay safe this week. So good night.